Hello students, in this class we will see how the concept of inheritance is used in C++. Now C++ being an object-oriented programming language, it supports four major pillars. One is abstraction, second is encapsulation, third is inheritance, and fourth is polymorphism. So by using a feature called as inheritance, one can create a new class from the existing class. The advantage of this is reusability. So whatever functions we have provided in the base class, those can be used inside a derived class. So base class is nothing but the original class, and derived class is nothing but the new class which we have inherited from the base class. Now when we are achieving this, basically we absorb existing class data and behaviors, and not only we can absorb existing data and behaviors, whereas the new class called as derived class can also add its own capabilities, so it can enhance with the new capabilities, right? So we can say when we are creating derived class, it is a more specialized version of the base class, right? So this level of inheritance can be further extended for n number of classes, right? So more specialized group of objects and behaviors are inherited from the base class, and this can be customized. Plus we can provide the additional behaviors as well. This is the concept. So when we say types of inheritance, there are basically five types of inheritance. First is single inheritance. So in this case, we are creating a new class B from the class A. So there is one base class and there is one derived class. Then second is multiple inheritance. In this case, we are creating a derived class from more than one classes. So in this case, we are inheriting class C from classes like A and B. So this is multiple inheritance. So there are multiple base classes. Third is hierarchical inheritance. In this case, from one class we are extending more than one classes, so we are creating more than one. Here we are creating three classes from class A, like namely B, C and D. Next is multi-level inheritance. So in this case, first of all we have inherited B class from A, and further from B we have inherited C class. So this level can go to n number of levels. And then we have hybrid inheritance. Basically hybrid inheritance is combination of all this. So in this case, what you see, it's a combination of hierarchical inheritance as well as hybrid multiple inheritance as well as single inheritance, right? So from A we have inherited two classes B and C, and from B and C there is one class called as D. It has to be D, by mistake it is B here. So these are the different types of inheritance. Okay, so whenever we need to create our own class or we need to define a derived class, there are three modes of inheritance, something called a public mode of inheritance, private mode of inheritance and protected mode of inheritance. So when we are inheriting a class in a public mode, so every object of a derived class is also object of a base class, right? So base class objects, not objects of derived classes. For example, we can say all cars are vehicles, but not all vehicles are cars. So there is a easy relationship, right? So this mode of inheritance can access non-private members of base class. So derived class can effect change to private base class members and through inherited non-private member functions. Okay, now when we say private inheritance, which is one of the restricted way of inheritance, so which is basically alternative for the composition, and then we have protected mode of inheritance. So these are the three types of, or we can say three mode of inheritance. First, public mode of inheritance is something that we use more frequently. Okay, next is ease versus hazard relationship. We have seen a concept called as containment, right? So when we have one object as a part of another object, that is nothing but the containment. For example, we can say car has a steering wheel, car has chassis, car has engine. All this is nothing but the containment, right? But when we have ease relationship, that is nothing but inheritance. Okay, so we can say car is a vehicle. So if we have vehicle as the topmost class, so from that we can have car or two-wheeler or three-wheeler. So we can say car is a vehicle, right? So vehicle has some properties. All those properties are extended inside a car class. Okay, so there is always a easy relationship when we say inheritance, and has a relationship when we say composition or aggregation. Okay, now there are few more examples here. So we have one rectangle class, right? And then we have quadrilateral class. So we say rectangle is a quadrilateral. So class rectangle has inherited the properties from quadrilateral, right? So in this case, quadrilateral is a base class and rectangle is a derived class. So base class typically represents larger set of objects than derived class. Another example is vehicle. So different types of vehicles are nothing but cars, trucks, boats, bicycles. So we can say car is a vehicle, we can say truck is a vehicle, bicycle is a vehicle, right? So derived class is car is small than the generic class called as vehicle class. Okay, so these are some we can say examples of inheritance. The syntax for inheritance. So we have class keyword, then derived class name, right, then colon, then visibility mode. This visibility mode could be either public, private or protected, and then base class name, and inside this we can provide the data members and member functions. So here we have class ABC. So we have taken 3 examples. First is private, second is public, and third is protected mode of inheritance, right? So here we have class ABC. It is inherited in private mode, right? Second, class ABC inherited in public mode, right? And third is class ABC colon XYZ. If you look at the third case, we have not provided here mode of inheritance. So by default it will take as a private derivation. Okay, so the default mode of derivation is nothing but the private in case of the inheritance in class. Okay, now what will happen when we are using private, public and protected mode of inheritance? That has been tabulated here. So if we have visibility mode as a private, okay, so public if in the base class we have private, protected and public member data members or member functions, and if the derivation is public, so private members are not inherited, right? Then protected becomes protected and public becomes public. Whereas when we are inheriting in private derivation, private is not inherited, protected also become private and public also become private. Whereas in protected derivation, private is not inherited, protected remains protected and public also become protected. So make a note that in all 3 mode of inheritance, private members are never inherited. Okay, this is about some basics of inheritance. So I will show you one demonstration of the same in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.